Greetings, mortals, I am the FallenShogun. We are back once more. We are now in summer, year 2. So I let the whole of autumn go by. No, not autumn, spring, the other one. And right now we are beginning full fortification and growth, and my god, it's lagging me. Now we have a few issues. One of which, there's still areas behind my base where things are spawning. So we keep losing buildings. Now you can see production and growth are still massively expanding. Farmland is now being fully moved over to here. So you've got the inner farmland, then we've got an outer layer of farmland going on. We have a lot of farmland. Probably need more. In fact, 800 is just not enough. We've slowly begun production. We have like a lot of ancillaries, as you know. The frontline defense is problematic. And as you can see, we have begun production of a barricade-based system. Basically, it's just to, like, you know, they won't want to break it, but they'll slowly push them into certain areas, so, you know, they go in and then start attacking. Now, I've also stopped this area here because the enemy attacks the wall if we go too far. But yeah, we've also got defences, like, I've lost a few of these as well. I'm pretty sure that was ice at one point. Definitely that one was. So yeah, we've lost a few things, but our main problem is, I'll talk about this in a second. Our main problem is we aren't making enough munitions. No matter what happens, no one appears to be doing their bloody job at the lumber shack. They literally just don't do it. Which is a big problem. Now we also have a lot of buildings. Now, you can probably just saw over here, we have begun the Great Ceiling. As you can see, a little bit over here, I can remove that. So we've started an assault into this zone to start taking it. We need more buildings, we need more space. The problem is, of course, once I delete this entire area is just sealed about here, then the enemy can spawn over here. So it's going to take a while to take that. Now, the enemy is attacking to the stage of about 1,000 enemies a night. So even if we were fully loaded, which we're not, we can't stop them. There's just too many. So what I've begun doing is a full-on assault onto certain areas where there's enemy buildings which are fully built. Like this area over here is heavily built up. I want to burn it to the ground. So as you can see, there's multiple forces pushing in. Now it's upsetting it, as you can see I'm about halfway upset. But if I can wipe out these buildings, I'd be very happy. So we're doing that, we're pushing in. I've been using an awful lot of earthquakes, which is why this looks like this. That's how I've destroyed all of these buildings. Now I can't reach these yet, but we're pushing in. Give another couple of days, I should start be able to hit this section. The problem is, see all of this? And then all of this? There's probably about 100 enemy building spawners right now. Obviously some areas don't have anything yet, but there's about 100 enemy spawners. And that's a lot of spawners. I don't think they can build there, can they? Corruption, yeah. So there's 100 enemy buildings. So I can wipe out this. I'll probably take about 10, 15. This area on the right, there's only like a few on the edge. Most of it isn't built. I was able to destroy it pretty quickly. But yeah, that's where we currently are. We're hitting the enemy hard. You see, we've even started taking back the forest. This side I completely destroyed, and we're pushing it in. But it doesn't, you know, really matter. To be fair, it's just going to let that burn. There we are. So yeah, we're pushing out and we're expanding. Now our defensive line, like I say, needs a lot more munitions and not getting any. We're just not getting any at all. It's a big one. So even with this harvest spell I keep on using, and then regrowth, it's just not enough. And it's a problem. Because we need it to be enough. Also, this building keeps being destroyed. This established animal pen, we moved it 2 or 3 in-game days ago. It has been destroyed 4 times since then, which is why there's now a large fire pit literally just here for no reason other than to stop the bloody thing spawning just there. Just there. So yeah, fire elementals have been here, should have been wiping things out. We keep getting massive amounts of corrupted blood moons, which obviously slimes everywhere and fireballs from the sky. There's earthquakes constantly. and there's huge amounts of solar eclipses. So they attack me during the day, they attack me at night, they fall from the sky and everything catches fire. It's difficult is the phrase I'd like to use. Difficult. But yeah, we're holding. We are holding. Just is the phrase. But nighttime is no longer fun to watch. It's literally me hoping for the best for long periods of time. And if I build any further across, the enemy just breaks their way through. But yeah, as you can see, we're now forcing them to use certain routes, which is really good for my ballista. And because it's stone, the enemy can just path through it. Now, I'm not sure if just using stone was a good idea, but it allows me very much to just build it myself. Because I don't want these guys to be out at night. And unfortunately, they will be out at night otherwise. So I'll be doing a lot of building this myself. Or at least supplying the resources. It's a simple test of trying to build this the night before, but I just forbid it and even stopped to be able to see it. There was a couple of dozen dead people. Which helps out immensely because we don't have enough housing. So yeah, it's just going so well. So well. Luckily, because of the earthquakes I'm constantly spawning on the enemy, we have a lot of spare stone. Kinda. Ooh, supplies, I need that. But yeah, it's not going the best. Because I can't physically stop the massive amounts of enemies. Even if I had like 50 ballista at this point in time, the enemy is sending thousands. It takes like probably 10 ballista shots to kill one target. So if I had 50 ballistas, every time they fire, 5 enemies would die. And that's 100 shots each, so I'd be able to kill about 100 odd enemies. Times 5, 500 enemies. That's half of the enemy wave at this point in time. That's it, just half of the enemy wave. Which, as you can see, it's going to be a problem very quickly. So with gun production, I've moved the ammo storage from there to here. You can tell where it used to be. If I want to build a second one over here, in keeping with my grand plan, I'm going to have to remove one of these crystal golem cobobulators. I would very much like to have moved them to somewhere over here, but there's a cullis gate and a lot of evil death in the way, so, you know. Okay, Sarah, whatever will be, will be. But yeah, the defensive line is helpful. Not the best, but it's helpful. I've also been moving a lot of torches everywhere, because obviously we don't need as many as we used to. I am debating whether to make this 3 thick though. Because like I say, if it's too thick, the enemy will start breaking through it. If it's 3 thick, they might still start pathing. But that means they might try and break through other areas. They don't seem to respect my authority. If anything, they hate my authority immensely. But yeah, it's getting problematic. But you get to see what's going on. You get to see where we're going with this. The defences don't yet fully work. But they work enough that we're slowing the enemy down occasionally. Don't need any more nomads. You've got too many people. Where are they? Usually spawn over here. What have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in that small pile. 8. 8 more people. Oh, God's sakes. We need another doghouse. And now we're full of people again. Also, one of my upgrades seems to have taken some of my... Oh, there's the dead person. Seems to have taken... Oh, you're not dead, just asleep. Outside. Next to equipment. You are dead, aren't you? That doesn't matter. But yeah, we have... It costs less resources to do stuff now. My neck hurts really badly for some reason. As you can see, more munitions are being built, but only one of the two for some reason. I need to start rebuilding the roads. The roads keep getting destroyed. So congrats, the roads are back up once more. Did I destroy the roads for resources? Why are they gone again? There we are. I think I've probably stopped them because it was using up all my resources now I think about it. This might be stupid of me. Might be very stupid of me. But whatevs. Whatevs. That's a phrase you don't want to say too often. We've got plenty of resources going in. I have lost the QB golem combobulator like a dozen times now. Because the enemy keeps spawning inside these little gaps and then pouring out and destroying everything. So, yeah, that's a problem. Why am I connected to this again? Who reconnected this? It's another issue. Why is that reconnected? You shouldn't be able to see anything. Ah, come on. So as you can see this, I'm trying to stop them connecting. Which is an easy way of doing this. That one? Darn you, game! There we go. Of course, it uses up like 700 of my influence, but it means we have more buildings to work with. Like, these work as long as I'm not connected to them. It just means I can't build anything within them. So they're still upsetting the enemy. Just I can't build. And it also means enemies can spawn. Like this fire pit here stops the enemy being there. Doesn't count towards my build limit, but it also stops. It doesn't stop the enemy spawning, which means when the banish happens, they can still be there. Just a big one. Whenever I banish things, they can be everywhere I don't have visual. Which, as you can see here, is a lot of the walls and stuff. So yeah, this is a problem, and that's why we keep losing this section. And also, that's why this kind of thing exists. This bit here, where something has dug its way out. So yeah, it's... And like, see, another bloody fire elemental just there. That's my issue. They just hang out inside these and they dig their way through. And if they get through here, then we have an issue. That's why I've been using a lot of the holy woods. How are we doing? This still looks good. So yeah, I have a lot of stuff to do and not much time to do it. A long way to go and not much time to get there. Okay, at least our turrets are being rearmed, but yeah, as you can see, not very well. Not very well at all. A lot more ballista towers and ice bolt towers, as you can see. The reinforced recombobulator might be moved because both of these are now in the centre, so I can heal my troops as they go in and out. These two at the back I might get rid of, but there's not really much else I can put there except more essence collectors, so I might leave that as it is. Obviously I do want another reinforced ammo storage, but there's no point to them. These stone balls are going grey because they're turning into trash. get 2 more farmers, 2 more organisers, and 1 more builder. We have cubes everywhere, we really do. We actually even filled the landfill with cubes. So you need another landfill. You need this to not be here, guys. You can't officially see the bottom part of it. Oh, I hate you all. Genuinely hate you all. Also, my builders don't really like building anything except for the 1 or 2 top things. God, look at that wood suddenly being used. Now I remember why I told him to stop. Now I remember why I deleted the roads. It's coming back to me now. Well, there goes all the munitions we are slowly building up. Would love to have wheelbarrows or something in the game, really would. How are we doing? I think we're out of stone again. But as you can see, we are pushing back. It's going to take a long time because some of these fire pits are only just been built. But they're close enough and it's really destabilised. Like this area here, we will be able to hit very soon. And when we do, that area will be wiped out. Let's pause that. So what I've been doing is I've just been pausing things, dropping resources on them and then just building them. That way no one tries to build it. Trouble is, for each fire pit, that is 15 or 100 essence I need to build it. Because of the spell, to obviously to pick up the resource and the spell to actually build. So yeah, it's 1500 essence to build each one of these. But these 1, 2, 3, these 5, and these 4 buildings and these defensive towers will be the next to be burnt to the ground. So that's another 4 buildings, another 3 over here, another 3 over here. That's 10 total. Then we can start pushing into this section. That's good. Over here, as you can see, nothing is built till you get to the back. That's going to take a long time to get to. But yeah, we're upsetting it, which means there'll be even more enemies tonight. Are we not getting any people mining? No. Nothing's marked. That's why. There we go. Start grabbing all the stone. Running out of stone. I can regrow the stone, of course. But yeah, we are running out of resources. I didn't think we'd last this long. I really didn't. We're doing really well. Surprisingly well. Suspiciously well. Which means we're probably in for murder death soon. Murder death, of course, being the best kind. Where I don't have an ending for that sentence. I'm sorry. I really did think I'd have an ending for that sentence, and I did not. Clearing crystal off the road. At least the maintainers are doing stuff. As you can see, we've had a lot of people come out to build and do stuff. There's been a lot of mining, fighting, building, death. So I think tonight, once I've started powering things up, I'm going to get that torch built. Then this area should be wiped out, happily. And depending on when I record, we might even get this section wiped out too. I'd like to push fully into this area and push it backwards. If I can keep the enemy away from this area, I'll be very, very happy. Not exceedingly happy, just casually happy. But I'd also be happier if, say... I need 21 of each? That's terrible. I've got 52. Be even happier if, say, I wouldn't have to keep using the Banish spell and the Banish towers, because then the enemy wouldn't even be there in the first place. But they are. Oh, locals. Never mind. Also doing this, the enemy doesn't spawn, which is kind of cool. Now, I've been doing testing. When the towers are all actually armed, as you can see, some of them are. When the towers were only armed as half the towers here, they were able to keep the enemy going up to almost a third of the night 1/3. I was able to use the banish spell consistently up to 2/3 of the night before I had to start dumping things into the Cullis Gate. So with the new upsetness, I'd say we'll probably go for half a night before the Cullis Gate comes into play, which is actually pretty good. It's not the best, but you know, it's better than it could be. But yeah, also this crystal stuff is just growing like crazy now. So we have a lot of options. Trouble is, again, it's exciting to talk about thousands of monsters. It's not that exciting in practice. It's literally me hovering above them, dropping them in one by one by one by one. But I'll show you. So I'm going to cut here and I'll show you when we get there. Well, it's just evening and already my frame rate is dying. As you can see, enemies are pouring forwards on the screen. Now, my troops are pouring out. We're looking at probably 100 odd golems, which are level 16 at best, where the enemy is a minimum of level 40. Like, you start seeing level 70s and 80s amongst this mix. So yeah, we're already, like, even at their lowest, we're at best half their strength. So this is going to be tough. It's going to be very, very tough. Now, as you can see, firing is majorly commencing. Healing is happening. And this is just dusk. We're just a third of the way through dusk. If I zoom out, as you can see, there's hundreds of zombies and fire elementals already pouring forwards, and there's combat absolutely everywhere. My golems will go out to meet them roughly about here. I can obviously drop a heal down to save them. And that's what I've been doing. Usually I drop heals to my frontline troops on the field, but there's a lot. So obviously I'm trying to hope that my essence goes. This was at 23,000 when we very first started. So we've already dropped 5k and we're halfway through dusk. So the only thing which keeps us going is constantly melting people down. It's why I have to start using the Cullis Gate. It's mostly not to get rid of them, because I can just live off the essence from down here. As you can see, a lot of dead people. It's entirely to stop my people being unsupported by the gates and the defences, because you can see there's a lot of elemental bolt towers out here now. And that's what we need. I'm debating like another couple. The problem is they're a little bit too close, so the enemy does hit them. But yeah, look at that frame rate drop. Look at the amount of enemies just on the screen, just from halfway through dusk. This is why I've not been showing nighttime. Nighttime takes a long time now. Nighttime takes a very long time. But as you can see, there's so much combat and stuff going right now. Look, there's fighting absolutely everywhere. Look at them all pouring through. But yeah, not many come from this side. There's only like I say 10 here. So while they do come from it, you don't get enough to be a problem. Although they are still pushing into my forest. So yeah, that's not the big issue. The big issue isn't that left side. Although I definitely don't want it to be there. The big issue is, of course, the south. And we can't really push the south. God, look at this. Half my ballistas would use like... Not ballistas, half my bow towers would use like half their ammo. Some have used 60. Don't have much to begin with. But yeah, this is what we're looking at. Now obviously if I want to help out, just go boop, boop. And now I'm going to start banishing them. And obviously we're still getting a lot of resources, so that banish is majorly helpful. It'll push the enemy back. But we're not sure where at this moment in time. And it's getting to this stage where I need to have continuously clicking it. Like once it is ready, I do it again. It's difficult. Nighttime is just a colossal grind now. And like I say, I occasionally have to check over here to see if there's any appeared inside the forest. Because if they usually do, and you can see where they come from, they have an issue. Oh, Whoopi Goldberg became an elder. That means I'll be on daytime TV more. But yeah, it's okay. It's tough. Anyway, I've been the FallenShogun. This has been talking about the forest, the village, the expansion, and the massive amounts of death coming on. We are holding. Essence is an issue, like I say, we are holding. Essence is a major priority. You know, I can probably get that just by having more garbage or more crystal being mined, but we've got crystal, it's just not being delivered fast enough. So there's a few things. Anyway, ciao, Stazzle. Thanks for my patrons support me every month. Thanks to you guys who support me every day. You're absolutely awesome. And I will see you next time if we survive the night. If not, I'll be recording that and you get to see our death.